thing, I swear. No.
What's up?
Where to next?
Man, the galaxy's too big to be. I'll carry anything you need. Well, bye.
I need someone that can actually fucking buy shit off this because this is just ridiculous. I've no fucking inventory space. My ship is full. My inventory's full.
Hello
His
there.
inventory's full. It's like, where do I go to sell shit? Because the vendors run out of money after you sell like 2 things to them. Stupid. Right, that. Why have I got no suit on? What's going on here? Hello? What was that all about?
your ship smells so much better than Dad's. Like, a lot.
Clearly got my suit on, so what's going on?
You know, the way you handle things, if you're looking for something...
I'm getting the feeling I'm missing something right now because it's telling me I can't go outside and I need to wear a spacesuit. But I've got one on. Yeah, and it's still doing it. I don't... What the fuck? Nice bug, Bethesda. Nice one. Yep, great.
Have any new books for me?
You need something? I wouldn't say no to a gift.
Well, clearly spacesuits don't work anymore because I've got one on and it's not fucking doing anything. So, you know, great. Good. Happy days.
Oh, a bit of a hair trigger there. Hey, good to see you. Happy to even up.
I don't know. Is weird. How bizarre. No idea.
Next time.
Planet and then come back, see if that fixes it, I guess. Nice one, Bethesda. Yep, great. Nice one. So I'm now dying. Good, good, good. Yep, great. Thanks. Just what I always wanted. Fucking morons. Absolute wankers.
Careful near the railings on the upper level.
Must wear a spacesuit. Well, that if I'm not mistaken, that clearly says UC Vanguard spacesuit. Hmm. Interesting.
It's a long way down.
Almost break time.
How's it going? Can I help you? Yo, hey, I'm Manaki. Feel free to ask me anything and I'll do my best to help you out. Cool. That's what we...
I want to sell shit. I hate that button, seriously. They want to fuck off with that.
Yo, stay good out there.
They really need to fucking sort out the fucking bullshit key bindings in this game. I have no idea. Yeah. Fuck knows.
We got lots of stuff. Yo, hey, I'm Manaki.
It's Bethesda, they fuck
Sounds like a
everything
plan.
up. It is early, Mike. I'm hoping that they're going to release a day one patch when it officially releases on the 6th. Because, you know, releasing a day one patch on the early access release is just common sense. Why would they do that shit? I'm gonna have to sell all this shit because it's just building up in my inventory. Get rid of all that shit out of my inventory.
Yeah, let's get you.
Sell from... Sell. This is from my inventory. All them. Sell from ship inventory. Can I get rid of some of the shit out of here? Yes, we can. Hope he's gonna have enough money to buy all my shit. No, he doesn't. I've bankrupted him. Okay, now. All the weapons I keep collecting.
See you around.
See you around. Bye-bye then. It's not as complicated as it looks. It's quite... It's easy to get into. Yeah, it's like, you know, I suppose it's like Skyrim in a way, but definitely like Morrowind and stuff like that, yeah. Vendors have only got so much money per day, I suppose.
They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked.
I'm up for a little adventure.
Need some work done? Let's see here. Hank. No, but... Oh... Wait, here we go.
It's just annoying me
Henry
and turn that
Perot.
off.
Hank's gotta be his nickname. Yeah, he's been
Music.
through here. Took his ship and departed. Actually, it looks like he came back into Mars space recently, but he didn't land here at the spaceport. The ship diverted and landed outside the city a ways. I've been doing this job for years, and I can't think of many reasons someone would come in for landing, but divert somewhere else. I've seen people try to offload some sort of contraband that way, but usually they don't do a flyby of the port before doing so. And scans would have picked it up, so I don't know. You're gonna have to ask them yourself, if you manage to track him down, that is. Nothing out of the ordinary. Got a ship and left. Tried and failed to get a discount on fueling up. That's about it. Yeah, something seems off about this. You're probably right that you need to work this out with your boss. Maybe some wires got crossed. Anyway, good luck and good day to you. I wish there was more I could do for you. will try to keep an eye out for Hank, in case he leaves.
Yeah, you do that.
Hey, I hope you get to the bottom of your problem.
Soldiers around here. Bad place to start trouble.
Watch out for the robots.
I wonder what's taking Hank so long. That's a little suspicious. Why would he do that? Moreover, why wouldn't he return with the goods? Something's definitely up. I asked around while you were gone. Some of his co-workers mentioned there's been a little extra, well, Hank lately. In particular, he was cursing up a storm about work and about his co-workers. Said some things that make me think his intentions here were not pure. Anyway, he's not too bright. Maybe he's still here in Sidonia. Check the Broken Spear. He frequently goes there to drink. We need to get to the bottom of this. Well, see if you can get him to admit it first, and if he does, see if you can get it back from him. If he resists, or otherwise won't tell you what we need to know, then we may have to turn him in. I trust that Sidonia security will bust him good, but he may not tell him where our stuff is. So see if you can at least get that out of him first. Hey, I'm not gonna tell you how to do your job. I will say that I won't officially tell you to do anything to him. But he's been surly as of late, and always had a weird chip on his shoulder. So if it comes to that, you do what you need to do to protect yourself. Dunno. Hank's kind of a weird guy. He never fit in with the team. Tended to act a little sketchy. Always figured he'd be done after one contract. Guy like Hank? Maybe he's just looking to sell it on the black market and earn an extra paycheck. Can't say for sure. Remember, it's most important that we find out where the equipment is. We can always deal with Hank later. We've got to do it before we lose track of it, before it gets sold, moved, or worse. And we've got to hope to whatever higher power you believe in that it wasn't jettisoned into space. We've got our work cut out for us. Good luck.
Do you have a child or children between the ages of 5 to 18? Enroll them in a United Colonies distance learning program today. Your children will be provided with routine programs teaching them art, science, mathematics, history, and more, all in the comfort of your own home. Put your children on the right path to success and enroll today.
Things can get pretty good.
Man, Sidonia blows.
I think my folks would be okay with me joining the Sanctum Universum.
What? Standing around pointing a cutter at some rocks all day? It sucks, but it's easy, so whatever. Way better than my last job at Chunks, though.
I'll carry on.
My story? My story is that I don't like people asking what my story is. I'm just messing! But really, I don't want to talk about myself. Questions, huh? Let me buy you a beer first. Suit yourself. Anyway, I seen you talking to Trevor. What's someone like you doing sticking your nose where it doesn't belong? You're right. I didn't want to bring it back, so I took it. I had to. Those guys all think I'm some kind of joke. And I'm stuck with this stupid 3-year contract. I can't afford to break it. So, screw Deimos, screw Trevor and all the other miners. Losing that equipment's the last straw for them. Did he tell you that? One last failure in a string of failures to meet quotas. It'll be layoffs for everyone, and I won't owe Deimos a damn credit. Shit. You could turn me in. I'll be in jail, and then this be all for nothing. Damn it. Fine. You got me. I'll take you to where I stashed it, and we can haul it back. But you better not be lying to me about not telling anyone. Yeah. I'm not an idiot. Just, follow me. We're going outside.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You got a mission. This game looks massive. This game is huge. Ridiculous how like big the game is. This isn't even the main story. This is just a side mission. £10 says this guy pulls a gun on me.
Man, I'm impressed you figured it all out on your own. I thought I was being real careful. It was so easy, right? Boss man Trevor's so loud sometimes, you know? And I got good hearing, so I overheard you all talking about this equipment. I knew what it meant to everyone and how screwed they'd all be without it. And then Trevor just lets me go pick it up because he thought I was showing initiative. It really was the perfect plan.
New teammate.
You know, it's too bad. I bet I could have made bank on selling this stuff. What do you think? 500 grand? Cool meal maybe? But where would I even have sold it? Not like I would have been able to march pallets of mining equipment down to Jane's without anyone noticing.
The quality of the video look
Probably
alright.
best we're returning it, because what a nightmare that would have been.
Quality of the videos look alright.
And trying to destroy it all would have been another huge pain in the ass. It's mostly metal, right? Was I thinking? I guess I could have flown somewhere remote and buried it, dump it all in one of the old mines and forget about it. But then you would have been real screwed, huh? Good thing you found me before I did that. Am I right?
Mike, if it looks fuzzy, just make sure your video quality is set to 1440p.
Almost there, all right. Had to park my ship off away
Sometimes
so
it
they wouldn't
defaults
find it
to
right
like
away.
720 or something like that. Just make sure it's set to
Seemed like a good idea at the
1440.
time. Didn't think I'd be going all the way back so soon. At least you won't have to walk all the way back, eh? I mean, you know, maybe we'll take the ship back to port and let someone else unload it, save ourselves the hassle of hauling it all back ourselves. Anyway, see it just up ahead?
It all depends on what device you're watching it on and what your connection is and all that shit and how YouTube's feeling that day. Yeah.
All right, that's enough.
I'm gonna shoot you. Wait for it. There you go.
So I
I
have to shoot you
fucking
in the
called
back.
it.
Shit, you knew.
Dumbass. Can't access the ship though. Ooh, you whore. Probably on the ship. Yeah, I mean, like, there's obviously the limitations that you can't travel, like, too far away from your ship and stuff like that, which a lot of people are complaining about, but, I mean, it's such a nice, pretty game. It's like, just get over it. That's how they've designed the game. Just play the fucking game, for fuck's sake. If they want, like, a seamless, like, experience where you can drop down onto planets and stuff like that, then go and play No Man's Sky, because that's that's an incredible game as well. Like, seriously, just go play it.
The community center on
Whether you need single, double, or family occupancy, Lux has you covered. Inquire today.
Any luck? I'm looking forward to hearing all about this. Oh, do tell. What took him so long? Look, I've got some credits set aside for you, but I need to know what happened with the equipment first. Care to fill me in? Well, I can assume how that went from the fact that you're here and he's not. He worked hard, but he was a dumb kid. I just never thought he'd be that stupid. Or dangerous. It's a real shame. But I'm glad you managed to resolve it and get back our equipment. I'll take it from here. You really saved our asses. I'm not sure how I would have explained to the suits that we lost all that new stuff. Thanks. Still looking to help us out, maybe check with Rivka. She seems to be having a rough go as of late.
Yeah, he gave me a fucking base suit.
You know,
and a fair share of credit too. I walked into his mining beam. Yeah.
What a day, huh?
Take your time. Ask me if you need anything. I'm here to help.
Invoices can be collected from the... Oh. Not here for a delivery, are you?
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Do you now? Well, I do wish I could help you, Captain, but Dr. Walker has been missing for some time. A shame, too. We had such high hopes for Percival. I brought him on myself to do medical and biological consulting around the city. Not the sort of work the Trade Authority traditionally does. But we thought it had the potential to become a whole new type of revenue stream for our branch. I invested no small amount of personal capital into the endeavor.
Might well do.
But then he decided to run off after a discipline issue. I presume the miners have him hidden somewhere. Plenty of cracks on this old rock. But at this point, it's probably for the best. That's correct. We're no longer interested in Dr. Walker's services. He did leave his post, however, with a sizable debt to his name. If you were to find him and get him to pay, the Trade Authority would be most grateful for it.
Oh, someone owes you bloodthirsty leeches money? Oh, I'm sorry, that's rude of me. I should apologize for insulting the leeches. Yeah, get your own damn money. Looks like you could use the exercise.
Burn.
Pity. Perhaps a little advance on my part might pique your interest. Visit the Sixth Circle, a bar on the lowest level of the city. If someone in Sidonia knows where Percival is, you'll find them there.
Presentation concluded. It is now safe to resume normal activities.
Hey, you looking for anything? Happy to help. Yo, stay good out there.
I wouldn't do that.
Broken Spear's upstairs. Go drown yourself there. This bar's for devil's vets and their kin.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
The hell you just say to me? I gotta...
Andy, sit down.
Fuck you just called me.
Don't appreciate some stray wandering into my bar harassing my patrons. Even the ones I should have cut off 2 drinks ago. Now spit out what you want, or march.
Doc Walker? You're barking up the wrong...
Hey, enough. And you, Let's talk.
It's really, really hard not to stare into their eyes. Shit, I'm doing it again.
Not every day a stray topsider wanders into my bar claiming they know people. What do you want with Dr. Walker? That's so. Now, if that tag's a forgery, it's a damn good one. All right. Maybe she did send you. Or maybe you just know where to buy your fakes. But look, even if I decided I was going to help you get in contact with Dr. Walker, Percival made himself scarce for a reason. His debt to the Trade Authority. But if someone resolved that debt, well, Percival wouldn't have to hide anymore. Can bet that person would make a friend out of Percival, and the rest of us devils. And I'm always inclined to help a friend. Well, most straightforward way to take care of this debt would be to just saunter up to the authority and pay him direct, if you've got credits to throw away. Of course, rumor is the Trade Authority keeps all their records and collections files on a central server inside their storeroom. If someone was to break in there and adjust Percival's debt to something a little more reasonable, say a few hundred credits, I'd be happy to cover the costs.
That sounds like the better
Clearly,
solution.
that's a crime. And doing it would just be terrible.
But, one friend of Hadrian's to another, Sidonia's full of old utility spaces. Wouldn't be surprised if there was one that let out right into the authority storeroom. Say, with an entrance behind the bar at the Broken Spear. Ooh, and you might need these. Red Devils were the meanest Marine unit the UC Navy ever had. Couldn't get in if you hadn't done at least one stint as a Martian Dusty. Made us tough, reliable. It's why they chose us as the handlers for the UC Xeno weapons. No other unit could handle that pressure. Percival, though, he wasn't a grunt like all of us. Science officer. Made sure the monsters behaved themselves around the Devils, and didn't with everyone else.
Like honestly, this must be like the second or the third person now in the game to be like,
came down.
well, clear my debt for me then.
Everything
No,
associated with Xeno
fuck
weapons
off.
got shelved. Red Devils included. Now they're just a memory. Me? Nah. Infantry officer. But my grunts deployed alongside the things. Never seen anything like it. Before or since. Monsters from the darkest corners of the Black, rampaging across the battlefield. Can understand why they banned them. Brutal. Armistice hurt us more than most, but... wow. Wasn't all bad that came out of that agreement. And I look forward to hearing the good news.
Hey, you may be Hadrian's friend. Come here. Heard you talking with Lou, so you're going to help Dr. Walker?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. And guys, far too fucking happy. Yeah. I'm not on smack at all. Yeah.
Oh, no. I mean, I've got my suspicions, but look, you're planning to help Percival, right? Yeah, sure. Listen, I know how you can do it without having to resort to any B&E. Aqueous hematite. Mars is full of it. People think it's just garbage, but Percival and I, we've been working on some projects in the deep mines. At least when he wasn't slaving away at his Trade Authority contract. But we stumbled on a way to make it useful and profitable. You give our research over to Octai at the Trade Authority, it should more than cover Percival's debt. That guy's always looking for an angle. Oh, I'm Cambridge. I was Percival's assistant. Well, apprentice, really. Couldn't work in the mines anymore, so he gave me a job helping with some of his side projects. Knows experiments inside and out, and I know this one was gonna be big. It's mostly iron and about 3 centuries of human water runoff, though only Percival would be able to tell you all the trace elements and whatnot. But it builds up around human settlements, and something about the Martian soil changes it, makes it into something new, and we think we found a use for it. No. Well, yes, but the medical kind. I'd help him make whatever the city was running low on that month.
No, yes.
For cheap. But the Trade Authority got wind and wanted their cut. And then some. Well, yeah. We were never able to finish the research. Spacers moved in and ran us out. Started setting up shop.
Oh, so it's a tiny little favor. Just mind the mine full of armed rabble.
But if you can clear them out, I can walk you through how to finish the research. Then you can give it over to the Trade Authority. They'll get folks working in the deep mines again. Jobs come back, I become a modern-day folk hero. Then I don't have to sleep on an inflated spacesuit anymore. Great. So access to the deep mines can be found outside the city. It's not far, shouldn't even need to hop back in your ship. We'd set up right near the main drill. Taking out the spacer leader should get the message across to the rest of them to buzz off. Once you've managed that, phone up here on the comms panel, and I can walk you through finishing the research.
Stone, you can't have your present effect on some people.
Adherence to this law is imperative.
If you're here to broker a deal,
I think I've got some skill points I need to spend, actually. I've just remembered. I've got 3 skill points. Cha-ching! I'm gonna put them in stealth and one more skill. A lot of my science tech is already, well, I wouldn't say it's increased ship turning rate and maneuverability. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. We'll go with that. Like, there's so many different things you can, like, put skills in, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Let's go kill some people. I have no idea. I'm going to presume that the level cap is massive, though, considering how big the game is. Ooh. And the amount of skills there is as well, so... Extreme solar radiation. Oh, good. Lazy fucker. I love that sound effect when ships take off, the crackling of the engines as it's going up into the atmosphere. It sounds so fucking cool. Can I mine that? Chlorine. I wonder if I can mine it or if I have to utilize something else, maybe.
You brought some extra layers, right? Otherwise, you'll make a fantastic icicle.
Yeah, I'm on fire. Fuck you. Ow. Motherfucker burnt me. Bitch. Firing a laser weapon, but burnt me. Fuck you. Hey, how did he even hit me? I was nowhere near him. My dude.
Afraid your time's coming up.
That's that motherfucker. Shotgun. Auto boosted refined deep mining backpack. Oh, look at the credits he's got. 1,200. Yoink.
Better we get it than someone else.
Hot digging dog. This place is magnificent. An embarrassment of riches, as they say.
Tip of the iceberg. You can bet there's more spacers ahead. They're probably behind too.
something that I triggered. Stop walking into me. For God's sake. What's wrong with the AI in this game, I swear? That's a grenade! Owie! That hurt. I've actually got ammo in this now. Oh, I do. Yay.
One down. Out. Reloading.
Oh, die.
Big mistake.
You little Dickens. Crippling rescue axe.
It's good to be on the boat. I might
Can
have
you
what you
carry more shit? I can't remember if I emptied his inventory or not. Did he can carry some shit? Take it all. Shit. Didn't mean to do that.
So long.
Eat shit. They got wrecked. Bill fucked her.
Got you.
Grab everything useful.
Well, the accuracy on this is not great.
Today's not gonna be your day, pal.
Gotcha, bitch.
Never let a carcass go to waste.
That's right.
I see you. Fire!
Fucker.
You're already dead.
You little fucking bunny hopping prick. Get back here. Fuck you. What is this? Oh, it's that fucking shit that he was on about. Ah, bollocks, yeah. Come back here, you.
Make it. Hey, if you find a new pistol,
I traded my mining weapon over to him by accident. I want my shit back.
take it easy.
Oh, level 10. And I just got an achievement for getting a level 10 as well.
Never wise to be in my way.
This little fucking fanny keeps running away. Fucking wanker.
Shooting a dead ain't glamorous, but it sure is profitable.
I'm gonna act all hard until I get shot at, then I'm gonna run away. Probably some more fucking mounts or some shit. Probably. Ow. God damn, that was loud. Yeah, fuck you, dickhead. Jesus. This action is not allowed while in combat. Well,
Please drop some of that. I'm hurting just watching you.
fuck you. I'm carrying all the shit. Fuck you. Ah.
Hello? Oh, took care of the spacers, huh? Good. Now to finish off the research, you're gonna need to collect a sample of hematite to run through the thresher. Grab a laser cutter and head back to the chamber where you came in. Once you've got a sample, thresher's the big machine in the next room. Passcode to start it is Ares 2330. Take care of all that, and we'll have Percival's name cleared in no time.
Password accepted. Initiating analysis.
All set? Good. You can take the elevator in that room back to the surface. There should be a key stashed in the thresher room, if the spacers didn't make off with it. I'll be waiting at the circle.
Wait, what's it asking me to do now? Okay, bizarre.
You're here at all.
Right. Right, this is just trolling me now. It's telling me to go into the lift that I've just come out of, and then when you go into the lift, it tells you to go out the lift. What the fuck? Oh yeah, as always. Some of these foods that you can take increase your ability to carry more shit temporarily. If I can just find them. Don't know if I've got any, to be honest.
I don't know about you. If you need me to haul something, I'm willing.
Let's hope you do. Not that much more then.
Goodbye.
carrying too much in camp? No, I'm not carrying too much at all. My inventory is perfect. Oh, really? It said 168 a moment ago, I'm sure it did. Oh, you're just being a dick now, aren't you? It's been a dick, it really is. Okay, I'll just walk in a random direction and hope that I get there. Because I've set a marker on the map and I don't see the point. I don't even see the point in the marker because I'm not even seeing it on the map. Where we going? Unknown. This way. This way I'll do. I'll just run. Fuck it. Yeah, motherfucker. I need to get some perks, points put into like
Makes you realize how
carry
precious
capacity or some shit. Like really badly. Actually, speaking of which, I have leveled up, haven't I? So I might be able to do that. Maybe. No. No, I cannot. The downside to being over encumbered, it fucking annihilates your O2 tank. I'm running back to the main city on Mars at the moment. I suppose while I let my O2 tank fill up, I'm going to go to the toilet. BRB. There's mods out for this already, like cheating mods. Yeah, there's mods that give you like 9,999 of like every single raw material in the game and shit like that, and it's like, fucking hell, what's the point in playing the game then? And obviously with every Bethesda game you've got the standard nude character mods and shit as well. They're all on there. You've got like mods that add decals into the game, or decals, however you want to pronounce it. That you can add to your weapons of like fucking naked women and shit like that. Obviously they're on there as well. I haven't added too many mods to my game. All I've added is like the basic shit, like there's a mod that every time you boot up the game it plays a Bethesda intro video and shit like that. So this mod basically gets rid of that. So it just boots up into the main menu straight away. I've got a reshade. I've got a reshade mod on as well, which makes the colours pop a bit more as well in the game. Fucking hell. That ship was close. Didn't realise how close that ship was. I seen another mod which gives you like a fuck ton of in-game credits and a fuck ton of experience points so you can unlock your perks dead quickly and all that shit. Someone's made a mod that just outright takes away the ability to unlock your perks because it unlocks everything immediately for you. And it's like, fucking hell, man. I hope there is like a fucking cart or something that you can attach to your ship that you can drop off or something, like anything, so you can ride around on planets or something. And if they haven't got that in the game, I hope they add it in an update or something. Now that I know where the trading post is in here, I'm going to go straight to him, sell all my shit and get my inventory
First started colonizing
back to normal. Well, That's if he's got bloody
welcome
money.
to the Sidonia Trade Authority.
You got dollar?
Cool. That's what we do here.
He doesn't have dollar. Why don't you have dollar?
Come back anytime.
What is your problem?
A reminder that particle detonations can occur
Exchange is a great place to buy your
between
weapons.
the hours of 0600 and
It was
1800 local time.
when I logged off last night or this morning, like whenever it was. I checked the mod website and there was like 160 mods already out for the game. Day one.
You've got the slate. Let me see. Reduce joint wear? Oh, increase lifting capacity. A dose of this stuff could make a miner way more efficient. This formula's got to be worth at least as much as whatever Percival owes. Okay, so here's what you do. Tell Octai and the Trade Authority you found a business proposal that will make miners more efficient, higher yield, synergy, you know, all that business crap. And that you'll trade it to him for clearing Percival's debt. You good at doing pitches and stuff like that? Well, just try your best. Emphasize how much money there is to be made with that formula. Oh, and here, a copy of the formula for yourself, in case you ever want to try maximizing your own industrial output. Oh, use that if you can. Good luck.
Yeah, I do think that this is going to be on par with Skyrim in terms of mods at the rate that they're going at the moment.
Time is money, love. So if you've got something to say, then say it.
Time is money, friend. I've gone the wrong way.
Was there something else? I'm never one to turn away an opportunity, but I'd be curious what you think you've uncovered in the Martian market that others have missed. Aqueous hematite, iron and wastewater. Well, I'm not surprised no one has proposed something like this before. And exactly what does this new drug of yours do?
What does this new chemical do for you? It makes your penis bigger. Yes. It's the Martian Viagra.
Sounds like it could be useful if the data backs up your claims. But where's this hematite coming from? The active mines would be too expensive to retool. The deep mines could be an option, but they're full of spacers, or so I've heard. Oh, really? Well now, that is intriguing. A completely untapped resource pool, and the sort of utility every mining firm in Sidonia would be clamoring to get their hands on. We could contract out all the actual lab work, bring on one of the hungrier mining concerns for materials, the licensing fees alone. And think what it would do for our image with the general populace. This mine, reopened thanks to the Martian Trade Authority. Very interesting indeed. And what do you want for the rights to this drug? This is a promising find, certainly. I can see us granting a generous finder's fee in exchange for handing it over. Was that it? Dr. Walker's debt. Consider it cleared.
Well, it would seem we have a deal then. Here, your finder's fee. We'll just be taking that slate before you have any second thoughts. It was a pleasure doing business with you, Captain.
The Office of Governor Hurst would like to remind all Sidonia citizens to do their part to keep Sidonia clean.
Money grabbing gate. Hey, I'll take all the dollar I can get. The ships in this game are not cheap. So I have got currently 75,500 credits. Now you can get cheap ships, but the ones that I've looked at, the big ones like freighter ships and stuff like that, they're like 450,000 credits. If I can get myself a nice little, a nice bulky freighter ship, I'll be set.
Yeah? Did you now? Fine work. My end of the bargain then, I suppose. He's holed up in the old Red Devil's HQ. Place was sealed up tight after the UC shuttered our unit. But we snuck him in the back entrance through the deep mines. Was also going to warn you about spacers down there. But it sounds like you might have already tossed those dregs. Yeah, passkey. And I'll let him know there's someone he owes one hell of a thank you on their way down.
How's it going? Can I help you? Sounds like a plan.
Come on. This guy actually sell anything.
Stay good out there.
You're a shit trading post. He's had no money for ages. It's like, does anyone actually buy anything from him? I'm hoping there's going to be a mod that increases the amount of money vendors have. I think the amount of money that vendors have varies though, depending on which one you talk to, because like one of them I've seen had like 5,000 credits. That one there, he had like 11,000. Where's this asking me to go now? Oh my lord. It wants me to go back to the mine. I'm definitely going in my ship to see if I can find a different vendor first. Oh, the CO2's filling up quick. Oh boy. Done what already? Well, I mean, I'm not surprised I've done all the mods already, because it's just that type of game.
Forge green. Ready for what comes next.
log. That is the one, I think. Alright. Yeah, good old fast travel.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor. A doctor. Mothers, am I right? Yeah. Apparently so.
Anything I can help you with?
Ooh, I've got a rifle. Sweet. Buon samedi. Maybe. I can't remember. Yeah. I'm gonna have a Google, see if I can find increased vendor money, because this is just killing me. I can't sell shit because they won't give me money for it. It's ridiculous. I mean, I suppose I can go on my ship and sleep. Does that, the credits reset every day, I suppose? That there is that way, I guess. Yeah, I don't think there is one yet.
I bet Cora's already finished the pre-flight checklist.
More than likely.
That's my girl.
I just had a thought. Can I sleep on my ship? I don't even know if there's a bed in here or not.
You keep installing
Honestly.
new cool things in your ship. It's like Christmas every day.
Oh yeah, there is.
I must confess. No, that's it then. Up and at 'em.
I hope you're having a good day.
I just keep doing this, sleeping all the time just to sell all my shit. You know, I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm just gonna get rid of everything. Yeah.
Hey, what? What can I do for you?
A brief history.
In real life, it's in game time.
Another day, another credit, as my daddy liked to say.
It'll be easy once I get a bigger ship with a bigger cargo hold. I'm not sure.
You should inspect your ship for heat leach. Every couple landings. Okay.
Is there a way to go faster than the speed of light?
I hope Cora doesn't get too much underfoot. Share the wealth, right? we're done.
Trying to get everything sold. Like, I don't care what it is at this point. I'm just selling everything so I can get my credits up and my inventory down. I didn't sleep, for fuck's sake.
Home sweet home.
I'm working hard. Captain,
Time to earn our paychecks. Wait, when do we get paid?
Anything I can help?
Like, this is ridiculous.
Ahoy, Captain.
Hi, Captain. I'm a bit confused why they've done the sleeping thing like this as well. Like, normally in games when you go to sleep, it sort of like rushes through that time, but this is like, it sort of ticks down really slowly. It's like, I don't get why they've done it like that.
Got anything you need to offer? Hey, what can I do for you?
Sometimes I just want to turn off the grab drive so we can float around.
Be advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. Welcome to Mars. You are cleared to land at Sidonia.
There's a certain quiet wonder to planets like this.
That is a serious mining operation. I can't imagine. I gotta say, my first time inside a drill. Bucket list item, check. Oh boy. Yeah, that's a good reason to stop drilling.
What do I get over there? Wow.
Man, you gotta give it to the Red Devils. They had class.
Can't say I don't appreciate it. I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor. Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts? Adrian sent you. Did she look okay? Sounds like Adrian. Watch that woman lose a digit trying to get a better tissue sample.
What? You can reattach a finger, Percy.
So what exactly did she have you bring me? Terramorph attack, huh? Not exactly sure why you'd be bringing that... Wait, Tau Gourmet? Like Tau Ceti Tau Gourmet? That's a joke, right? There's no settlement old enough on Tau Ceti to have a Terramorph. Either someone's setting up the worst petting zoo in the universe, or if she made you come all the way for this. Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
Gonna ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests. Oh, and Lou mentioned how you took care of the debt. Can't say I'm thrilled the Trade Authority got their mitts on the research, but I guess that's the price you pay not to live in a cave the rest of your days. All queued up. Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we? All right, just get those cellular markers tagged. Where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian. I'll need to get this all in a slate. Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved. Can't just humor an old man, huh? This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinian. And for good reason. The swarms are so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack, but the ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tau Ceti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any terramorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-terramorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinian, that's not gonna end well for humanity.
That is the definition of an existential threat. Dear Lord.
So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for it now? Music to my ears. Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
Yeah.
Time to tell Cora we're back.
Hadrian.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hassling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say...
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back. Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
Makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble. Well, that's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the Cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on two conditions. One, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And two, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us. It can be a daunting experience. Which is why I wanted to make sure, before you agreed to anything, we gave you the whole truth. Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done. Well, it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying terramorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the Cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it. I mean, I hope they will. But accessing the archives, it's not 100% up to them. They'll also need the consent of the other signatories of the Colony War Armistice, the Freestar Collective and House Varun, in order to unlock it.
Since neither group is exactly on great terms with the UC at the moment, for various reasons.
Exactly. It's going to mean negotiations and deals and plenty of diplomatic legwork to see this through. But I don't see a better option to solving what's going on here. So it's gonna be up to us to get them on board. All right. I'm gonna go get this work up into the Cabinet's hands. I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
You should give that recipe a whirl.
How's it going? Yeah, let's get you hooked up. Come back. Any time. Hey, welcome to the Sedona. Happy to help. See you around.
This game's so fucking picky. You can't fast travel if you're falling. Right? Just fast travel me, for fuck's sake. Not a bug, it's what they've put in the game.
We here for the lodge?
Captain! Over here! The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus. Woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin. A title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come. I'm getting there. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death, on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned. I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or, if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here. Eye strain from the amount of reading I've got on the horizon if we succeed. The Terramorph project never went anywhere. It couldn't. They're deadly creatures, but they aren't xenoweapons. The cabinet not opening the archives is probably a bigger risk than them handing over the files. That data itself isn't dangerous, which probably wouldn't be a bad point for us to bring up, should the opportunity arise. Well, thinking about it more, I suspect there'd be value in sharing the fact that the Terramorph project was, well, a failure. There's no need to be afraid of this data being weaponized. Knowing that should calm some of the cabinet's fears and make it easier for us to dispel any suspicions the other factions might have about our intentions. That's actually a souvenir from my time on Mars. The Red Devils unit I was a part of, they were founded by recruits who'd worked some of Mars' deepest mines. Folks used to adversity. The dust at those depths, it seeps into everything. The human eye included. Where the name Red Devils came from in the first place. It became an unwritten rite of passage that anyone wanting to enlist with the Devils had to do a stint in the mines before they could join up. The Devils were always talked about in such revered tones during my training, so as soon as I was old enough, I signed up, and the eyes were my parting gift. I mean, we never spent a lot of time together. He was too busy being fleet admiral to deal with kids. I was raised by a pair of guardians instead. Until his defeat during the Colony War, though, he was known as an extremely effective commander. Savvy. Perceptive. That mind opened a lot of doors for him. And for me, too. But Ve Victus, for all his ability, was heartless. Ruthless to a fault. In the end, that's what cost him his life. Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue. Ah, Captain. Congratulations on joining the ranks of the Vanguard.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
That's quite the leap, Captain. Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the Cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
Just taking her word for it as well, then.
So it would seem. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
And that data may be the key to stopping untold suffering. Greater good is calling. You gotta pick up.
That? I hadn't thought of that, Captain.
An excellent point indeed. The other powers would likely be much more inclined to work with us knowing that. Chief Diplomat.
That point is a good one. Very well, you have my agreement. The galaxy is lucky you were here today, Captain.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to... What was that?
Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Nope.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Ollie, we need to move.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
You! The EM rifle, grab it! Now!
That's it! Now hit him! With everything you've got!
We're trying to help you!
Who's next? Going on tape. Don't need a gun to take you. Yeah, too bad there's no more. I could use a workout.
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way those people were acting, I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that EM weapon at the ready. Let's do it.
Nat's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
Huh? What was that?
God, no time to waste, Captain. Stash the EM and pull some firepower. Let's
Evacuation
move!
order has been issued for the spaceport district. All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
You might back up. Don't just stand there. Good.
What is this? Captain! You're going to be okay! It's not real! Whatever you're experiencing right now, it's not real! We have to put down that floor!
Safe, safe, safe. Never safe, never safe. Never safe.
This is useless. You've already lost.
Them are experts. We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad.
barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. Well, one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
Heard you might be looking for some backup. You say the word, we're out there on your 6.
You two have any experience with terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here, but we know how to handle pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight. Might make you more liability than asset.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us. Roger that. We're on you. Stay sharp.
if I'm not proud of it, though.
Thank the heavens you're back in one piece. Though I guess our people weren't so lucky.
The few protecting the many.
And it would have been plenty more if it hadn't been for the two of you.
The city owes you both a debt after this.
We were just in the right place at the right time. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, there you are. I believe we have some things we should discuss.
The loss of life, the damage to the spaceport. The costs of this attack are greater than I think we realize.
Captain, Hadrian, it would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today, as well as an apology. Your concerns about the Terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
I had some ideas on that front, Captain, but we'll get to that. Now, today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the Cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative. The Cabinet wants progress, and wants it quickly. You're already far more familiar with the situation than any diplomat would be. There's also no diplomat alive that can claim they helped keep a cadre of Terramorphs off the embassy doorsteps. The Cabinet was unanimous. They want you. The very next item on my list. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. Get you access to those credits and real estate you're after. So, will you help us? It has its perks. Only citizens can purchase property in the city. We also pay reduced prices on most goods and services across the UC. There's also a credit disbursement when you first join. Help get you on your feet. But above all, you'd become a dedicated part of the greatest faction in the galaxy. If you're willing to help us, we can open that door. I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed. I'm gonna go check in with Chief Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that data.
There are so many different these orders. A Vanguard captain. You... Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require. That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second-in-command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
It was a mutual agreement, but I suppose you touch on the spirit of it. So, you also know then that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Faroon.
Now, the UC's already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Faroon to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
Very funny. This is going to be hard enough already. Both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Faroon? Ah, the good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable.
Well then, hope she's doing a good job.
Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code. Huh. Well, if that's the case, I'll wait to be pleasantly surprised. But we do have one item up our sleeve. UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the Ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen.
Now, we recovered some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you.
Name's Cameron Long. He's younger than Ratcliffe, bears less of a grudge towards the UC. He works closely with the ambassador, making him a promising source for information on the ins and outs of embassy life, and someone who very likely hates her guts.
Yes, many. Don't steal anything. Don't get caught anywhere you're not supposed to. Absolutely do not harm anyone. If something goes wrong, we'll do our best to smooth things over, but I can't make any promises.
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up, you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
Well, these days, they're primarily considered a security threat. House Varun Zealots, a fundamentalist outshoot of the group that stayed behind when the rest retreated into seclusion, want nothing more than to send everyone not dedicated to their cause to the great serpent in the sky. But that hasn't always been the case. After they ended the Serpent's Crusade about 70 years back, House Varun did take a real run at trying to normalize relations with the rest of the galaxy. It's why they have an embassy here in the first place, why they were included in the armistice negotiations. But then, without warning, they left, leaving behind, to our knowledge, just the ambassador and his duty under the armistice.
It does, but there's a concern. We're not 100% sure Balmore's actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice.
The Varun delegation brought more than a few of their native flora with them when they set up in the embassy. It seems those plants have been allowed to flourish, making it hard for us to verify what's flora and what's ambassador. The embassy is still legally House Varun's sovereign territory, so we're not technically permitted inside. We've snuck in the occasional spy, of course, but the ambassador has proven more evasive than you'd expect for a man of his age. But we're quite sure he hasn't left the city. The man stands out.
Then you search the embassy for his biometric key, collect your code piece, and we'll go about notifying his next of kin, if we can ever find them. But let's hope it doesn't come to that.
It would at least be a speedier negotiation. But I, of course, hope the ambassador is alive and well.
Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there.
Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain.
Okay. Hello.
Excuse me.
Just doesn't add up. Spaceport has anti-Xena protocols. How the hell does
The colony war. No winners there, just orphans and mourners. They have mixers for expats at the embassy every now and then. Only place you can get some good old...
Visitors are only allowed in the lobby, offices, or...
Always good to get back to Freestar soil. Even if it is surrounded by New Atlantis.
Terramorphs? As in more than one? All that security and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here?
Guests
I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment? What are you? Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants Terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right. I was afraid of that. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours, and go? No, Captain, I'm not, and I'll tell you why. What you experienced down there at the spaceport, I've lived that once before already. Fought tooth and nail as aliens rampaged in the streets of my home and others all throughout the collective. But my aliens were placed there by UC hands. So I'm not interested in anyone getting power like that ever again. The UC most of all. You're really gonna push this? All right, I will give you one chance, one, to convince me. Understood. You have my answer. Now, please take the hint. I'm listening. The warmongers of the UC will find a way to make it dangerous. You have my word. It's a job I take very seriously. It's why I'm even entertaining what you're suggesting right now. If you think some flowery language is gonna change my mind, you're gravely mistaken. Captain, I'm sorry, but my answer is not changing. The UC is just gonna have to find another way. Now, I presume you can see yourself out.
That woman is an absolute... Oh, sorry. Oh, what? You're the Vanguard captain, right? You know, I was about to board the Nat to the spaceport when the alarm triggered. Sounds like I got real lucky. And like I've got you to thank for things not being a lot uglier. Heard that, huh? Yeah, the ambassador likes to treat us like family, and she doesn't care for most of them either. But look, they said you were coming here on official business. The ambassador likes to handle all that personally, even if she does have trained diplomats here to help her. And I don't want to get shipped back to Aquila City, so you should probably go speak to her. You were sent for me? Huh, maybe... Let's go somewhere to talk. So you want me to work with you? But why now? Why me? And what exactly would I be doing for the UC? Okay, first you need her bio key, and that thing doesn't leave her side. Better chance of splitting the atom with a spoon than me getting that from her. Her quarters. Huh. Oh, that's doable. And you and the UC will be providing me with what for my services? Really? Okay, you've got yourself a deal. Okay, so there's a utility corridor that leads into the ambassador's quarters, which you can access through the main conference room. Here, the key. Whatever you do, don't let the guards see you entering or exiting the utility section, or you're gonna be in serious hot water. I'll keep an ear out for more instructions from the UC.
Yep.
Did I not make myself abundantly clear, Captain? You're not getting access to the archives. Excuse me? I have no idea what you're talking about. No, no. If the Council found out, I'd lose my position. I'd be exiled. I'd be... Look, I believe we may have gotten off on the wrong foot. The issue at hand is one of trust, no? So perhaps if I can trust you to keep this little secret between us, then maybe we can find a way to trust the UC with access to the archives. But where are my manners? Here, my pistol. Laredo. Custom made. Now, with my error rectified, I presume we have a deal? You're joking, right? Okay. But please, pretty please, don't tell my superiors I was thinking about double-crossing them. It was just talk, nothing more. And I know you, my dear, dear friend, wouldn't let anything like that get in the way of the two of us, and our factions, working together. In fact, I think there's an opportunity here. Keep both our factions happy and ensure an air of legitimacy to the whole proceeding. I can only let you get the information on the Terramorphs. Anything else and people will get suspicious. And all research will need to be monitored. Freestar scientific observers making sure everything's being used for the right purposes. But those two items should be enough to allay any suspicions. What on earth are you... Ah, yes. How could I forget? Here, the fee. Now let's go get your code piece so you can be on your way. They tell me it should only take a moment. And there. Here you go. Code generator's just this way.
Exactly. It's like when someone insults you.
House room. Really don't know much about it. I think that's how they like it. I mean, is it supposed to look like this? With Varun, you just never know. just gets weird.
Yeah.
victor goes the spoil. I'm up for a little adventure.
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss. Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then... silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly? Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door, hmm? And the broadcast spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... an archive code. So the UC requires information, then, on terror morphs. The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there. But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement. For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy. With little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
That's the only way it'll work, since trust between all of you kind of in short supply.
Well, then I shall not fear. Please, follow me.
You got time for a quick chat? I'd appreciate it when you're able. Sorry, I plain forgot what I wanted to talk with you about. That girl. If Cora leaves her tools out I mean, I love her more than life itself, but I can only say the same damn thing so many times. Oh, next time I see her, I'll paste on a smile and ask her ever so nicely to pick them up. I mean, this is between me and you. But I don't know if I mentioned, but I served a spell in the Freestar Rangers. Had a partner, Lillian Hartz. Well, we were like fire and ice, but, well, it wasn't all bad. If anything, I think she should be jealous of you. Maybe some other time I'll get into the whole Lillian chapter. It wasn't always like it is now. Hell, when Cora was born, I was completely out of my depth. For the first few months, I kept thinking what a colossal mistake I made. Me. A father. But one late night, early morning, whatever, little Cora gave me my first smile. And I knew I'd do anything for that girl. Yeah, sure don't feel like it. And it's something you said to me about parents wanting children to learn from their mistakes. Now that Cora's getting older, that's what haunts me. I've done things I'm not proud of. Said things even worse. I try to be better for Cora, but is she gonna fall into the same traps? Maybe. When she's older. I know it seems crazy, towing her across the stars, but I'm not exactly swimming with options here. Her mother, like I said, another story, another time. And what, have her raised by Jacob, my dad? I'd sooner ship her off to Vladimir. You think? Well, she does say the damnedest things. And if she just learned to pick up after herself, she just might live until she's 13.
Will we all be so lucky next time the archives need to be accessed?
Do you need all of that? I hope Cora doesn't get too much underfoot. You want me to carry something for you? Yeah, I was done too.
told by top officials the cabinet already has a plan in place to open the Armistice archives.
Unless the archives for warnings.
Excuse me. Captain, I just received a couple messages from an operative in the embassy office. Did you actually succeed? With Radcliffe and Balmore? Was he alive? Did they both actually agree? That's incredible. I wasn't sure Radcliffe would ever get on board. I'm very much looking forward to getting the debrief on how precisely you managed to pull all this off, but that'll have to wait for another time. Regardless, superlative work, Captain. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast. Absolute best behavior down there, all right?
I think I'm gonna go to fucking bed. I am falling asleep. Yep, I'll see you later. Yeah. See you later. Alright, see you later. Right. Chat. Mike, if you're still there, I'm gonna go to bed. Because I'm falling asleep. I played it for so many hours today, it's unreal. I'm up to 16 hours in game, so I'm gonna back off to bed. So, bye for now.